We're at Encore Cinemas in Niles, Ohio for the premiere of Crisis in the Valley, directed by David L. Walker.
Oh, you serious? Boy, they're gonna laugh you out of the building. And when your father hears of this, he is gonna have a fit.
Is Maria calling me? I gotta go, Mom.
No.
I gotta go.
No, I want you to sit down. You are not ready to take over your father's church.
Okay, I am here with the leading lady in Crisis of the Valley. This is Shabah Cochran, and she plays the first lady, and she also narrated this film flawlessly. Tell us a little bit about your character.
Well, my character is the first lady of the church, Deborah Lessons, and simply put, she don't play.
I see.
Yeah, she, gets a handle of the situation. Now, her husband, they are like a dynamic duo. They're like the yin and the yang. He's the more gentle side, the more diplomatic person. I'm the one that, takes care of the underground stuff. I crack the whip, exactly. So, and we make a great combination. And plus, I love playing that type of character, so that works out well for me. Yes, thank you.
Now, is this your first acting job? Because you just look like a professional.
Well, I've done stage for 5 years, and I do a lot of plays. But this is my very first film debut.
So tell me about that experience on set and then coming in here, seeing the crowd. Guys, there was a line outside the building waiting to get in here. Tell us about all of this, the movie.
Well, it's wonderful. It's a blessing. I didn't expect all these people to come. Honestly, I didn't. The experience was it was mind-blowing. I can't even begin to tell you, but I love dressing up. I have to just say that, though. So dressing up for the red carpet, thank you. And just the difference between stage and film is that, on stage I moved around so much. And David had to keep saying, hey, you got to be still. You keep moving. You got to stay on your spot. So, it took some getting used to. And, you have to do stuff repetitively a lot for different angles. But after a while, I just got I got the hang of it, and then I'm just in my seat shaking. Like, as soon as they say action, then I'm ready. Then I change, and then I'm Deborah. I'll start smiling like this, and as soon as he said, I'll be like, So my whole face changed. So it was just an awesome experience. I loved it.
I can tell. Now, what do you want people to take from this film?
Well, what I really want people to take from it is, especially playing my character as Deborah Lessings, they see that it's not perfect. You have a lot of people who go to a church and they see a pastor and his wife, the first lady, and they think that they have this tranquil relationship, this great family relationship, this great marriage. They have no money problems. There are no type of issues, but that's not true. And, we are happy that you have people who decide to take the calling of the Lord to, just to put out his teachings. But we shouldn't make them as the idols. Like, oh, let's talk to the first pastor and let's talk to the pastor and the first lady, and then what they say is the law, right? So, and I like that because, back in the day when we were kids, you would watch those little shows when Billy would stick gum up under the seat, and that was the bad thing to do. But there are real issues that are going on in this world, and they need to be addressed.
They were definitely addressed in this film. Now, at the end of the movie, her husband, he was shot, and it looked like her son set it up. She got a lot of drama going on in her family. Now, you have to let us know a little bit of something. What's going to happen next? I cannot wait.
Well, I have to tell you, that whole time I was passed out, so I really don't know what was going on. I'm going to be honest with you, that was a little bit of a surprise myself because we're not actually together when we make the shot. So when I saw my husband get shot, I was like, oh, it's on when I wake up.
Right.
But only thing I can say is that it's going to be more intense. There's going to be a lot more going on. It's just going to light the screen on fire.
Awesome.
Real life issues, and it is what it is. And so, and all I can tell you is that, talking to David, the director, he said that the next episode is going to be just out there. Yeah. pandemonium. So
We're ready for it. The viewers are ready for it. Well, you did an absolutely fabulous job, and I can't wait to see you on that big screen again.
I can't wait either. So
Thank
you very
you.
much.
Thank you.
Son, listen, I love you. And I know it's not easy being a pastor's kid and all the responsibility that's placed on you. But you gotta understand, son, people look for us for guidance and direction. And if we stay out the way, God will use us to do just that.
Here with Pastor Vincent Peterson. We just came out of the movie Crisis of the Valley, and he plays the pastor in this movie. Tell us a little bit about Crisis of the Valley.
I mean, it takes a look at the church from a real perspective and some of the dynamics that go on in the church. Unfortunately, they're not all favorable, but we always find something good that that comes out of movies like this.
And what do you think the viewer should take from a movie like Crisis of the Valley?
Well, I think for number one, they should understand that churches do have real issues, real problems. Pastors, their families are not exempt from trouble. The devil is busy and he is everywhere. So I think we got to be real and understand that things do happen in real life, even to Christian people.
Now, is this your first movie, or what is this for you?
It's funny, it's my first movie. I've been in some plays. In fact, I'm doing a play against all odds in Akron, Ohio. So I've enjoyed that, but this is my first movie, and honestly, it has been fantastic.
So tell me, how did you feel when you came here and you seen that line down the sidewalk? Did you even expect that?
No, I didn't. I got here just a little bit late. My son called me and told me, like, Dad, there's a huge crowd. But to actually see it, to be honest, I was blessed. Dave and Ed have done a great job, and I think this is what the Valley actually needs to see. I think 21, 33, 27 Cleveland News, they all should have been here to see something like this come forth.
Now, you were wounded at the end of the movie. We want to know, did you die? Everyone's asking, what happened? You have to tell us what happened.
I got to tell people my middle name is Teflon Don. So
We're not going to get anything from you.
no.
Well, that didn't work. I tried, guys. Well, thank you so much. You did an amazing job, and we cannot wait to see the sequel to Crisis in the Valley.
Thank you.
We should ask you the same thing.
Stella.
We walk up in here and people hollering like it's a
Stella.
Friday night football game.
Stella, I can handle this.
If you don't, I can.
I'm here with Ebony Gordon. She played the role of
I played Stella.
in Crisis of the Valley. Now, you were not going to let that nonsense go on in the church. You were not letting your first lady and pastor get replaced. Tell us about your role.
My role, I love it because it's an honest role. Now, she was an honest character, and and like it's too much going on in the church, and if nobody speaks up, those entities that come in and try to take over. But now my church, now with my pastor and first lady.
Now, what do you think the viewer should take away from a movie like this?
I think that it's a real movie, and these are issues that need to be addressed, every day. And like how she was saying, people in the church are the last ones to tell you anything, and you need to take heed to that. So I mean, it's a real movie, and it's honest. I'm glad at the turnout. You know what I'm saying?
Me too.
Yes, because we were booked. It was like almost standing room only. So if you missed it, you better catch it on DVD.
Now, tell me about the set life and the cast, the whole experience.
I love it because actually I work in Long John Silver. So my husband Roger in the movie, he's one of my customers at my job.
Oh, wow.
So that's why our rapport was real good. The camera lady, and who was also the lady got kidnapped, I went to school, I went to college together. So I knew everybody in the cast pretty much.
That's a good thing.
So it was like a big family reunion, and I loved it. And everybody did an amazing job. There were even cast members who it was their first time. This is my first time acting because I do stand-up comedy.
Oh, wow.
I'm a comedian.
Let me hear a joke. Let me hear something.
Oh my goodness.
Like, you can make fun of my height, something.
Oh, no, that's yours.
Oh, thank you. Come on, let's hear
She's
some.
gonna put me on the spot.
Yeah.
Well, we grew up poor. We didn't have two things at the same time.
Okay.
We never had lotion and hair grease. We had to use what was on the Crisco can on the stove.
Oh, wow.
We never had deodorant and toothpaste, so we had to use what was in the Arm & Hammer baking soda box. Now, what they got on the market today? Arm & Hammer baking soda and deodorant.
Right.
See? Throwback.
Innovators.
Right, the
Okay.
struggle was real for us.
Yes, I see that. I like that. Awesome. Well, you did an amazing job in the movie, and I can't wait for the sequel and to see you in there just shutting it all down, making sure everything is put back into order. Thank you. Bye.